Hey guys, how's it going? So today I want to talk a little bit about my story. So I mentioned in my last video that I'm passionate about telling stories, and throughout my videos I plan on highlighting stories of a lot of different people from a lot of different situations. But today I want to tell you about my story. Mostly I want to tell you about how I got into filmmaking and why I keep doing it. So I remember it was 9th grade and they sent us into this computer lab, and the teacher says, okay, you're registering for your classes for next year. And so I'm signing up for classes. First I signed up for all the ones that were required, and I filled my classes until I had one slot left, and it was a morning class. It was my first period and I really didn't know what to do, so I looked through the classes and I see digital broadcasting. Now it was kind of like, okay, broadcasting, isn't that the news or something? I really didn't know what it was. And it was my first experience with videos, really. But it was really my teacher in that class, his name's Mr. Boss, so shout out to you, that taught me a lot about what filmmaking is. Instead of focusing on the technical stuff, Mr. Boss focused on creating positive media, or creating something that has a good story. And knowing high schoolers, if you think about high schoolers, that's a little hard to digest, creating something that matters. Because in high school, I fell into this trap, and a lot of people fell into this trap. They're trying to create something that's funny. But Mr. Boss was not saying that comedy is bad, but he's saying that you need to make something that matters, that has a purpose. And so while taking his classes, I learned to think a little bit differently about what I was making. I learned to think about these questions like, why am I making this? What is the purpose of this video? How am I going to get my message across? Is this something that is really positive? Is it something that really matters? But it wasn't until 2 years later, after 2 years of taking this class, that I finally realized why I loved filmmaking. Me and my friends, we decided to participate in the 48-hour shootout for our state high school film festival. And this is really where I fell in love with film. So 48-hour shootout, if you don't know, you have 48 hours to come up with an idea, to shoot the video, and to edit it and have it done, all in 48 hours. You get a prompt at the start of it, and you have to follow certain prompts and have certain things in your video to prove that you did it in the 48-hour time frame. So a lot of people, a lot of other schools were making narratives, or they were making shorts or little comedy skits, but we decided to do something a little different. We decided to make a documentary, and in this documentary, I'll put the link in the description, we went up to people and found out what their story was. It's those people that we pass every day, those people that we see that may be struggling, that we just drive by, but we talk to them and we learn their story. And through this experience, I really fell in love with the fact that everyone has a story to tell and everyone is important. On that day, I swore to myself, I'm going to make films, and I'm going to create stories, and I'm going to create positive media. That's what I'm going to do with my life. But I decided to serve a 2-year service mission for my church, and that meant putting away my camera, my laptop, and my passion for filmmaking, putting that on pause. So I got back and I didn't touch a camera, I didn't make a video for a year. So it had been not 1, not 2, but 3 years since I had made anything. And all in this time, I had married my high school sweetheart, and all that craziness by going to school and getting married, I just had forgotten what film was. And so me and my wife, we were driving down to Arizona. It's about a 12-hour drive from where I live, and it was late in the night, and I was thinking, while my wife was sleeping in the passenger seat, I was thinking, okay, what is it that I really want to do? What is it that fuels me, what sparks me, what motivates me to be a better person? And I decided that was filmmaking. And my school actually has a film program. And so when she woke up, I told her, I said, okay, I've been thinking, I have this figured out. I want to make films. And I reassured her, I said, I know maybe I might not make money, or maybe you might not think it's the best career. I'm not an accountant or anything, but that's what I love to do. And so now I'm here and I'm making films again. And so it's been really good to get back into it and start feeling that passion again of filmmaking. And I really do enjoy making these films and telling stories. And so I hope that now that you know my story, that it will make sense why I'm doing this and why I want to hear other people's stories. So this channel is going to be not only my journey or my story, but it's going to be highlighting the stories of others, just like that video that I made years ago. Ordinary people with extraordinary stories. And so I hope to see you on the next one. Feel free to subscribe if you want to continue watching these videos and continue to follow my journey and see the stories which will be told.